All right, everybody, this month on the Home Building and Remodeling Show, this is the month of paint. All you paint contractors can get excited because we're talking directly to you. My thoughts segments are going to be on my experience in the industry with paint, and it's after doing this for a while, you kind of figure out paint is one of the more sensitive trades as far as it's so visual. And you'll hear me and Zach Carpenter, the owner of Cyclops Painting, talking about how sensitive paint is and how if you don't get it right, especially at the end when you're doing punch out, and usually paint is the last thing, but it is the biggest thing. Paint is on all aspects of every remodel we've ever done. It is a part of it, and it is one of the most crucial and important parts because paint can help compensate for errors in other ways, and you contractors know what I'm talking about. There's a saying about paint making a carpenter what he ain't, and different things like that that we joke about in the industry. But truth be told, this is absolutely one of the most crucial steps to get right because it is the most visual. Besides your trim carpentry and your tile, paint is one of those cosmetic touches that you just cannot let slide. You really want the best of the best doing it. You want to make sure that it is correct. That's where you're gonna run into the most problems on your punch list. And so what we've done is come up with 10 tips for you to increase revenue. And we're focusing on these tips to increase your revenue, but also just to increase your effectiveness as a paint contractor. And again, I run remodeling company, home building company, interior design company, but I have professional painters that work for me that are very knowledgeable. And you'll see Amber and you'll see Justin as we're putting out the how-to videos, but also I just keep myself associated with high quality painters, and I'm always learning. I may say something wrong, we may say something wrong on the show, but you know, what we're trying to do is educate people about our industry. We do the how-tos, we do the show for a reason, and paint is crucial. So let's jump right in with the 10 tips to increase your revenue as a paint contractor. And number one of the most crucial, I've done plenty of shows about niches, but the number one thing you can do to increase revenue as a paint contractor is to specialize in a niche. A lot of people think painting is one of those things. We run into it with clients all the time. Hey, I can just paint the walls myself. Don't quote painting. We'll handle the painting part. Well, we don't even offer that. If they're not going to let us paint because of the results of, unless they're a professional painter, then we'll let them do it. But paint puts the finishing touches on most work, and so it's super critical. You want to specialize in a niche because if you're just a general painter, that's fine. You can probably get by with painting any and everything in residential and commercial applications, but the education piece in painting is so critical. And also, there are just going to be things that you're better at that once you start to paint those things and figure out, I like this, I enjoy it, I'm more passionate about this specific niche, then you're going to do a better job, and then you're going to become known for doing that specific type of work. And your referrals and leads and people calling you, honestly, is going to be endless, because once you're known for something, then you can definitely make your way in our industry. Identify things, so markets, right? There's specialty markets, there's residential, there's commercial, industrial. So all of those require different level of knowledge and different level of coding, different level of application, different things like that. Once you figure out what you want to do as far as what specialty area, as far as residential, industrial, or commercial, then even marine, around here, we live on the Gulf Coast, marine painting, coatings, and things like that are a big deal. People probably pay a lot of money to get their boats updated and painted. And so anyway, once you figure out what it is you're going to do, you want to focus on that area, and specialization can lead to higher rates of return. And not only that, but one of the things that I've listed a few things here, and there's just way more in paint specialization, but I'll go over some of the specialties that I know around here people specialize in and they make good money. focusing on things first as a paint contractor, you need to figure out, is it just going to be you? If you're focusing on just being an individual doing paint projects, this first specialization is pretty specific, and you can do it alone, and that is painting exterior doors. There is a big push in the market, painters use this, to have a different color front door and whatever style is in, whether it's the bright yellow or red or whatever, people want their door painted. It is one of those visual aspects of the home that give it curb appeal, and people really want their front doors to be taken care of. Now, there are a couple of different things about just painting front doors. First, you can ruin a door, especially a high dollar door, wooden door that requires a certain level of knowledge to be painted. You need to make sure you know what you're doing. And again, that goes back to professional development and learning the trade the right way as a painter. But that is definitely something that you can do, is paint doors as an individual contractor, and you will get tons and tons. Every house has a front door, and a lot of people are looking to make an impact statement with that door as far as curb appeal. Painting exterior doors, and it could be front, back, I just say exterior, but front is the most prevalent, that people want their front door to be done right, look good, refinished, and it creates repeat work because the front door is going to get weathered, and no matter what you do, whether it's a wood door, a true wood door, a composite door, a metal door, all of those doors are going to have to be either refinished and restained or repainted at some time due to exposure to sun and exposure to the weather. The number one specialty when I'm talking about specializing niches is, I think, as an individual contractor, would be front doors. You can make your way on just front doors alone. The next thing I looked at was cabinets. I know a couple of people, shout out to Peggy and shout out to Devin, who are local here. Hopefully they're listening, or they have listened before. But anyway, they are individual contractors who only focus on cabinet refinishing. That's a big gig around here. There are a lot of people who want to repaint or change the color or update their cabinets, and sometimes it is more cost effective to refinish as far as painting, restain or change the color, and you really want someone who knows what they're doing that can take care of just doing the cabinets. And they focus on their tools. They focus on the proper way to mask off and seal surfaces so that they don't ruin other aspects of a kitchen or a bathroom or wherever these cabinets can be. Some of them focus on furniture painting too, dressers and things like that. But anyway, there's a proper way to do it, proper technique. That's another specialty that you can focus on as an individual and make your way. Typically, sub out our cabinet work when we're doing remodels or in new construction. Our painters now can do it. If it's a larger cabinet job, say, more than 30 doors, we're probably going to use one of our local subs who only focuses on that because we want it done right. And that's another specialty as an individual contractor that you can focus on and make your way in.